My dear friend, what if I told you that the handful of nuts you enjoy after dinner could be the very reason you keep waking up at 2 or 3 a.m.? I'm Dr. Arjun Mehra, and after decades of caring for elders across India, I've seen this quiet habit disturb sleep more than people realize. You may think it's just age, that broken nights are something you must accept after 60. But the truth is, certain nuts, eaten at the wrong time, can silently irritate your bladder, push your kidneys to work at night, and keep you from the deep, healing rest your body still deserves. Tonight, I want to walk with you through 5 nuts that can calm your bladder and help you sleep peacefully, and 5 you must avoid after sunset if you value your rest. We'll talk about the right type, the right timing, and the right amount, so your nights become longer and your mornings lighter. Before we begin, I'd love to know, where are you watching from and what time is it right now? Type it in the comments. And if you find these tips helpful, subscribe and tap the bell icon so you never miss another health message made with care, just for elders like you. My dear elder, let's pause for a moment and ask ourselves, why does the body keep waking us up at 2 or 3 a.m.? Is it really just old age, or is there something deeper we can change? After caring for thousands of seniors, I, Dr. Arjun Mehra, can tell you, nighttime urination is not an unchangeable destiny. It's often your body's way of whispering, please, adjust a few small things for me. One reason is a gentle hormone called vasopressin. When we are younger, our body produces this hormone at night to tell the kidneys, rest now, slow down, don't make more urine. After 60, vasopressin levels naturally drop. The kidneys no longer get that rest message, so they keep working, sending urine to the bladder even while you're asleep. The bladder itself also changes with age. In your younger years, it could hold 400-500 milliliters before signaling full. But after 60, it may send an urgent signal at just 150 milliliters, barely half a glass. Why? The nerves around the bladder become more sensitive, and the muscles a little looser, especially in women after childbirth, or men with prostate swelling. Then there's the role of movement. If you spend most of the day sitting, fluid slowly collects in the legs. The moment you lie down, that fluid returns to the kidneys, which immediately start filtering right when you want to sleep. A morning walk, gentle leg stretches, and light afternoon activity can help release that fluid during the day instead of at night. Food habits also play their part. Certain items eaten at dinner, tomatoes, pickles, citrus fruits, spicy chutneys, or strong chai, can make urine slightly acidic. For an aging bladder lining, that's like warm water on sensitive skin. It feels uncomfortable and triggers urgency. I once met an elderly lady who simply moved her evening ginger tea to 5:30 p.m. Some replaced it with warm water at night, and within a week, her sleep became deeper. Finally, there are habits we never thought to change. Drinking water late, eating dinner right before bed, long afternoon naps, sipping tea at 9 p.m., or just-in-case trips to the toilet before sleeping. They're not wrong, but the timing may not suit your body anymore. The good news: small, thoughtful adjustments in timing, diet, and movement can restore longer, more peaceful nights, without depending solely on medicines. You see, peaceful sleep doesn't always come from medicine. It can also come from the food we choose in the evening. Some nuts and seeds, when eaten in the right amount and at the right hour, can relax your muscles, support your prostate or bladder, and help your body rest through the night. Over the years, I've seen these 5 humble foods quietly transform the sleep of many elders. Let's begin with the first one. My dear elder, now that we know why the body keeps waking us at night, let's look at 5 small but powerful gifts from nature that can calm your bladder and bring back those long, peaceful stretches of sleep. These are everyday foods you might already have in your kitchen, yet when taken at the right time, they can make a world of difference. 1. Pumpkin seeds, your evening shield for the bladder. These small green seeds are rich in magnesium and zinc, 2 minerals your body often needs more of after 60. Magnesium relaxes your muscles and nerves, helping you drift into deeper sleep, while zinc supports the prostate in men and bladder health in both men and women. I remember Mr. Kapoor, a 73-year-old retired postmaster from Lucknow. He used to wake up 3 times each night. We added just 1 tablespoon of lightly roasted pumpkin seeds at 5 p.m., and within 2 weeks, his bathroom trips reduced to once a night. His mornings felt lighter, his steps quicker. 2. Flax seeds, smoothing inflammation from within. Tiny but mighty, flax seeds carry omega-3 fatty acids and lignans that reduce silent inflammation in the bladder lining. This calms urgency and supports joint and heart health too. But here's the secret. Always grind them before eating, or they pass through unused. Take half a teaspoon in the morning with warm water or in the evening before 8 p.m., mixed into curd. Mrs. Joshi, 68 from Pune, was embarrassed about waking up 3 times every night. 10 days after starting ground flax seeds with warm milk at 6 p.m., she told me, "Doctor, I slept 5 straight hours. It feels like a blessing." 3 sesame seeds, ancient warmth for the kidneys. For centuries, Indian kitchens have kept a jar of roasted sesame seeds. They warm the lower back, support kidney function, and balance hormones, especially helpful during menopause or for men in andropause. Try 1 teaspoon of roasted black sesame seeds between 4 and 6 p.m. Mr. Fernandez, 66, a retired dance teacher in Goa, reduced his nightly bathroom visits from 3 to 1 after adding sesame with a pinch of jaggery in the evening. 4. Almonds, nature's gentle sleep aid. Almonds contain natural melatonin and plant-based protein to stabilize blood sugar through the night. This is crucial for elders who wake at 3 a.m. feeling anxious or lightheaded. Always soak 2 to 3 almonds for 6 to 8 hours. Peel and eat around 6:30 p.m. Mrs. Banerjee, 72 from Kolkata, called me after 2 weeks on this routine. I slept from 10 to 4 without opening my eyes. I had forgotten what that felt like. 5. Poppy seeds, cooling the nerves, calming the bladder. Known as couscous, poppy seeds carry a gentle, cooling effect on the nervous system. They relax an overactive bladder and quieten an anxious mind. Roast lightly, grind, and mix half to 1 teaspoon into warm milk at 7:30 p.m. Mr. Iqbal, 75, from Hyderabad, went from waking 4 times a night to just once within 10 days. His wife joked she now had to wake him for morning prayers. My friend, the beauty of these foods is not in their size, but in their timing and consistency. Eat them too late, and they may disturb your sleep. Take them in the right way, and they can help your body remember how to rest, gently, naturally, and without side effects. We've just talked about the nuts that help your body relax and sleep more peacefully. But there's another side to the story. The nuts and seeds that do the opposite. These are the ones that, if eaten at the wrong time, can cause bloating, acidity, or trigger those 2 a.m. bathroom trips. And the surprising part? Many elders eat them thinking they are a healthy choice. Let's uncover the 5 main culprits so you can protect your nights. My dear elder, by now we have seen how the right nuts, eaten at the right time, can become gentle helpers for your sleep. But there's another side to this story. certain nuts and seeds that may seem harmless or even healthy can quietly disrupt your nights when eaten after sunset. They can burden your digestion, irritate your bladder, or force your kidneys to work when they should be resting. Let's look at 5 common culprits I've seen again and again in my years of practice. 1. Cashew nuts, rich in nutrients, heavy on the night. Cashews are beloved across India, whether in festive sweets, creamy gravies, or as a simple roasted snack. They are packed with healthy fats, but these same fats, combined with cashew's slightly acidic nature, can be difficult to digest at night. After 60, digestion slows in the evening, making cashews more likely to cause bloating, heaviness in the lower belly, and even mild pressure on the bladder. Take Mrs. Anjali, 68, from Mangalore. Every night she enjoyed a small handful of cashews while reading before bed. She thought it was a light and healthy choice. But she noticed she was waking twice every night, sometimes with discomfort, sometimes just to walk off the heaviness. We switched her evening cashews for 1 teaspoon of roasted pumpkin seeds at 5:30 p.m. Within a week, she was sleeping through to 4 a.m. without interruption. 2 pistachios. The salty midnight alarm pistachios, or pista, are popular for their crunch, color, and subtle sweetness. But here's the catch. Most pistachios sold in markets are heavily salted. This salt content may not taste extreme to your tongue, but inside the body, it sends a clear message to the kidneys. Wake up and filter more water. That means more urine production at night, even if you drank very little in the evening. Mr. Raghavan, 70 from Indore, enjoyed his salted pistachios while watching the 8 p.m. news. But he noticed his sleep was broken 2 or 3 times a night. We made a simple change: unsalted roasted foxnuts at 6 p.m. instead of salted pista. Within 10 days, he told me, "Doctor, I didn't wake up once last night. I feel years younger." 3. Melon seeds. Cooling the body, irritating the bladder. Melon seeds, or magas, are often praised for their cooling nature and lightness. In the hot months, they can indeed refresh the body. But after 60, when body warmth naturally decreases, this cooling effect can actually irritate the bladder, especially in the evening. The bladder lining may react to the sudden chill by sending urgency signals even when it's not full. Mrs. Shalini, 67 from Jaipur, had the habit of eating roasted melon seeds mixed with sunflower seeds around 8 p.m. She thought it was a gentle, healthy snack. But her nights were constantly interrupted, 2 or 3 bathroom trips, plus a lingering sense of fatigue in the morning. When we replaced her melon seeds with roasted sesame seeds at 6:15 p.m., she reported sleeping more deeply within 1 week. 4. Peanuts, familiar comfort, hidden pressure. For many of us, peanuts or moongfali are tied to warm childhood memories, winter afternoons, roadside vendors, and evenings with friends. But after 60, their heavy, oily nature can make them harder to digest. Eaten late, peanuts may cause gas and bloating, creating pressure on the bladder that tricks the body into feeling the need to urinate. Mr. Harish, 71 from Baroda, loved his evening news with a bowl of salted roasted peanuts. But over time, he noticed he was waking at 2 a.m. and again at 4 a.m., despite reducing his water intake. When he moved his peanut snack to 3:30 p.m. and had a small banana at 6:30 p.m. instead, he began sleeping from 10 p.m. to 4 a.m. without interruption. 5. Trail mix. The double trouble of salt and sugar, trail mix is a modern favorite. A colorful mix of nuts, seeds, and dried fruits. While it can be healthy in the right context, the pre-packaged version sold in stores often contains salted nuts and sweetened dried fruits. The salt pushes the kidneys to work, while the sugar can ferment slightly in the gut, causing gas and pressure on the bladder. Mrs. Kavita, 70, from Surat, received a large box of gourmet trail mix from her son. She enjoyed a handful every evening around 7:30 p.m., thinking it was better than biscuits. But within 2 weeks, her peaceful sleep began to break. She woke up at 2 a.m. and again at 5 a.m., sometimes with urgency but little urine. We removed the trail mix from her evenings and replaced it with warm milk and a pinch of roasted poppy seeds at 6:30 p.m. Just 1 week later, she told me, "My nights are quiet again, and I wake up feeling fresh." Final thought on evening nuts. My dear elder, these nuts are not enemies. They are simply better suited for earlier in the day. Shift cashews, pistachios, melon seeds, peanuts, and trail mix to your morning or early afternoon when digestion is strong and your kidneys are alert. In the evening, choose lighter, bladder-friendly options that calm the body instead of waking it. Small changes in timing and choice can turn these foods from sleep disruptors into supportive allies. Because restful sleep is not a luxury, it is something your body still remembers and still deserves. You might be thinking, so should I eat this nut or not? The truth is, my friend, it's not always about what you eat. It's about when. Your body's digestion, bladder, and hormones all follow an internal clock. Feed them at the right time and they work with you. Feed them at the wrong time and they may keep you awake. Let's talk about how to match your nuts to your body's clock so you can enjoy their benefits without losing your sleep. My dear elder, we have talked about the nuts that help you and the ones that may quietly harm your sleep. But there is one more piece to this puzzle, a part so important that it can make even the healthiest nut either a friend or a foe. That secret is timing. You see, your body is like a temple with its own daily rhythms. The sun rises and your digestion wakes up. The sun sets and your organs prepare for rest. If we feed them at the right time, they bless us with energy in the day and peace at night. But if we go against that rhythm, even a small handful of nuts can disturb our rest. Let's walk together through the 4 truths about timing that I've learned after decades of working with elders from Delhi to Kochi. 1. Eat most nuts in the morning. Let the sun help you. Think of your digestion as a small fire. In the morning, it is warming up, and by midday, between 10 a.m. and 2 p.m., that fire burns brightest. This is when your body can easily handle rich, energy-dense foods like almonds, walnuts, cashews, and pistachios. During the day, you are moving, walking, sitting upright. Your bladder is under less pressure, and your kidneys have time to process the extra load gently. I once met Mr. Ramesh, a 69-year-old retired railway engineer from Nagpur. He used to eat 5 soaked almonds and 3 walnuts at 9 p.m., believing they would help him sleep. Instead, he woke up twice each night with bloating and urgency. We simply shifted those nuts to his breakfast alongside poha and chai. Within a week, he called me and said, "Doctor, I sleep like I did in my 50s. The nuts were never the problem. It was the timing. 2. Keep sleep-friendly nuts for the early evening. The gentle. Goodbye to your day. Some nuts and seeds, like poppy seeds, sesame seeds, and even soaked almonds, are especially good for sleep. They carry magnesium, tryptophan, and natural melatonin, which help relax nerves and prepare your body for rest. But even these should not be taken too close to bedtime. The ideal window is between 5 and 6 p.m. Here, digestion is still active. but your body is beginning to slow down. This way, you get the nutrients without overburdening your kidneys or bladder at night. I remember Mara Auntie from Mysore, who loved her till laddu after dinner. She thought it was a harmless family tradition. But every night at 3 a.m. she woke up for the bathroom. We moved her till laddu to 5:30 p.m., paired with a warm turmeric milk. The result, she slept from 10 to 4 without interruption. Sometimes, my friend, it's not about removing the foods we love, it's about moving them to a better time. 3. Close your kitchen to nuts. After 7 p.m. Protect the night. Here is where even health-conscious elders make mistakes. After dinner, while watching TV, you feel like chewing something light. Your hand reaches for salted pistachios, melon seeds, or peanuts. It's better than biscuits, you think. And yes, it may be better for your sugar levels, but not for your sleep. Why? After sunset, your kidneys are like workers who have done their job all day and are ready to rest. But the moment you give them salty or oily nuts, they get reactivated. The salt stimulates thirst, the oil takes time to digest, and the bladder feels the pressure during sleep. Even sweet dried fruits and trail mix can ferment slightly in the gut, producing gas that presses on the bladder wall. Take the case of Firoz Bhai from Hyderabad. He loved his evening cricket match with a bowl of salted pista and raisins. When I suggested shifting that snack to 3:30 p.m. and replacing his 8 p.m. nibble with 2 poppy seed biscuits, he was doubtful. But within 10 days, his bathroom trips dropped by half. The 7 p.m. rule may feel strict, but it is one of the most powerful steps you can take for peaceful nights. 4. If you drink nut milk, do it before 6 p.m. and keep it plain. Almond milk, cashew milk, or other plant-based milks can be excellent for elders who are avoiding dairy. They are nutrient-rich and soothing if taken at the right time. The best time is before 6 p.m., warm and unsweetened. Why unsweetened? Adding sugar, jaggery, or cocoa may taste nice, but these can stimulate the nervous system or increase bladder sensitivity. Instead, flavor it with a pinch of turmeric or cardamom. Take Ashima Maji from Pune. She drank warm almond milk with jaggery every night at 9 p.m., thinking it was her sleep tonic. We simply moved it to 5:45 p.m. and skipped the jaggery. Within a week, she said, "Doctor, I sleep like I did 20 years ago." Putting it all together, a day's nut plan for peaceful sleep morning, 10 a.m., 2 p.m. Richer nuts like walnuts, cashews, pistachios, unsalted, almonds, chewed well or soaked, early evening, 5 to 6 p.m. Sleep-friendly seeds and nuts, poppy seeds, sesame, pumpkin seeds, soaked almonds. After 7 p.m., avoid nuts, seeds, and dried fruits. Choose warm, light snacks instead. Nut milk. Before 6 p.m., plain, warm, and without added sugar. My dear elder, remember, your body is not too old to change. It is listening every day to what you give it. When you align your eating times with your body's natural clock, you're giving your organs permission to rest, heal, and restore. Better sleep is not always about more medicine. It can begin with something as small as moving your favorite nut from 8 p.m. to 5 p.m. So tonight, when you reach for a snack, ask yourself, is this the right time for my body? One wise step at a time, you can turn your nights from restless to restful and wake each morning feeling lighter, steadier, and ready for the day ahead. My dear elder, we have walked together through an important journey today. We began by asking a question many of us have silently carried for years. Why am I waking up again and again at night? For so long, many of us thought it was simply part of aging. But we have learned that it is not just age, it is our body's way of whispering, something small needs adjusting. We discovered how the gentle drop in vasopressin after 60 changes the way our kidneys work at night, how a more sensitive bladder can sound the alarm even when it is only half full, and how a quiet shift in movement, diet, or timing can bring big changes. We saw that even the foods we believe are healthy, like nuts and seeds, can either help us rest or quietly disturb our sleep, depending on which ones we choose and when we eat them. We explored the 5 nuts and seeds that can calm the bladder and soothe the mind: pumpkin seeds, flax seeds, sesame seeds, almonds, and poppy seeds. We saw how these tiny gifts from nature, taken at the right time and in the right amount, transformed the nights of real people. Mr. Kapoor sleeping lighter and happier, Mrs. Joshi finding her confidence back, Mr. Iqbal waking just once instead of 4 times. We also learned which nuts to avoid after sunset: cashews, salted pistachios, melon seeds, peanuts, and commercial trail mix. Not because they are bad, but because in the evening they can trigger bloating, acidity, kidney overwork, or bladder irritation. Moving them to the morning or early afternoon can turn them from sleep thieves into healthy friends again. And perhaps the most powerful lesson of all, timing matters. Our digestion, kidneys, and bladder follow the sun's rhythm. When we respect that rhythm, even small changes, like eating sleep-friendly nuts between 5 and 6 p.m., closing the kitchen to nuts after 7 p.m., or moving nut milk to before 6 p.m., can bring back the peace of long, uninterrupted rest. I want you to remember something important, my friend. Your age does not decide your future nights. You do. Your body is still listening to you. It can still learn new habits. And it still responds with gratitude when you care for it gently, patiently, and consistently. So, let's make this practical. Over the next week, try one small change. Maybe you replace your late-night peanuts with a teaspoon of roasted sesame seeds at 5:30 p.m., or swap your post-dinner cashews for 2 soaked almonds in the early evening. Keep a simple diary. Note how many times you woke up and how you felt in the morning. These are not big sacrifices. They are gentle shifts, like opening a window to let in fresh air. Over time, these windows will let in peace, rest, and the quiet joy of waking at dawn without the memory of broken sleep. Before we end, I'd love to hear from you. What was your biggest takeaway from today's talk? Which change will you start this week? Share it in the comments so we can all learn from and inspire each other. And if you know a friend, neighbor, or family member who struggles with nighttime urination, please send this video to them. It might be the small nudge they need to reclaim their nights. Remember, my dear elder, you are not at the mercy of age. You are still in charge. And tonight, as you prepare for bed, think of the small, loving step you will take for your body. Over time, these steps will lead you to the long, peaceful nights you deserve. Nights where you sleep deeply, wake refreshed, and greet the morning with a steady mind, a lighter body, and a hopeful heart. Until we meet again, take care of yourself, gently, patiently, one wise step at a time. Namaste.